What's up everybody, it is Matt here today, and basically in today's video it's kind of last minute, but last night I was about to go to sleep. I was watching one of the Saw movies just because I felt like watching a horror movie. So then some of my friends started asking me like, oh, did you see what's happening with Jake Paul right now? Did you see that Jake Paul's losing 30 million subscribers? Did you see what happened with Jake Paul and FaZe Banks? And I was like, no, not really. Like, I don't really know what's going on. I was kind of just minding my own business watching this movie, but I decided to go and try to check it out. And so basically the first thing I found was this tweet from Niels Visser that said, very grateful I made a decision a while ago to remove myself from a group of lying, racist, abusive, homophobic, and heartless talent, in quotations like that. That's the first thing I saw. And then Alyssa Violet tweeted, absolutely sickening what these kids will do for views and subscribers. She also tweeted, it's super easy to make a fake bruise out of makeup. I've done it before for a costume and it looked pretty damn real. So I'll get more into what that has to do with the story in a minute. Basically this video I'm just gonna update everyone who doesn't know or doesn't want to watch the 35-minute video that FaZe posted, or doesn't want like just one side of the story, I guess, so they can see basically a short summary, I guess, of what happened, and comment below what you guys think. So basically, the first thing I'm going to show you guys is Jake's Social Blade, which Social Blade is basically this website online that you can look at any like famous person or internet person and see like what their likes are, I guess, and like for YouTube, like their views and how many subscribers they're gaining / losing daily in the last like 30 days, and like you can see like a scale of them over time, like one of these things. And now I'm going to Jake Paul's. His Instagram doesn't really say that he's lost any, but for his YouTube, he's lost, it says 77,000 subscribers. So apparently yesterday he had posted about how he just hit 10 million subscribers and how excited he was, whatever, you know, dab on them haters, Jake Paulers, that whole thing he posted about. And now he's down to 9,890,000. So basically, since yesterday, he's been losing subscribers really fast, and he put up a video about how one of his assistants was at a club in LA and got clotheslined basically like this. Basically it's when you're like running or going somewhere and then someone puts their arm out and you like hit it, like you ran into a clothesline. And so she has like this gray bruise line across her face. He claimed that, and then FaZe, Alyssa, Rice Gum, Taylor Kniff, and Alexa basically made a video replying to it saying like, oh, this is totally like completely made up. So I'm gonna watch the clip from that video in a second, and it says, and I think Nick Compton Twitter messaged FaZe and said, look, let me find it actually so I don't like misquote it. So basically it's a picture of her neck, which is like all purple and gray right here, and it says, I need you to apologize to my employee ASAP. She said she doesn't think you did it on purpose, but she walked by your table last night at Warwick and you basically clotheslined her. So he sends a picture of it and does that, and then FaZe at the beginning of the video, it says that he was apologetic towards it.
Clotheslined her or did something and you left this bruise on her neck. So right here, Nick has lost all credibility. The Team 10 story, their side of the story, for me and for you guys as well, it should lose all credibility. In these situations, when these accusations are this intense, you're being accused of doing shit to this degree, you need to pay attention to every single detail and how everybody's telling the story. It all matters so much. In this DM, you can clearly see Nick telling me that she knows it was an accident. Fast forward to today, and in their video, she's painting out to be this evil, brutal monster who did this shit all on purpose. Roll the clip.
When I was leaving, he sort of clotheslined me and put their arm out in front of me and tried to like pull me into the place that they were, into his table. He like put his arm out and like went like this, and I was looking up at him and our faces were really close, and he sort of like was right here.
As you guys can see, the DMs from Nick and what she's saying on camera in front of millions of people are two totally different things. And that's a serious problem. And I don't run away from things that I do that are wrong. If I'm an asshole, I'm an asshole, and I'll say sorry and I'll take responsibility for it and I'll accept it. I never thought that anybody could lie about something like this, so initially I responded with, wait, what? Who is that? I've never seen this person ever. I don't remember having any interaction with this person, and this is the first time I had ever seen this human being in my life, and it's a picture of a bruise on the neck, and I'm being told that I caused the bruise. So I responded, I said, oh my god, like, holy shit, like, I don't remember doing that. I never saw her, but obviously if I did do it, it was on accident, 100% on accident, and I'm sorry. And I asked for Twitter and I tried to get in touch with her, to which Nick didn't respond to any of that.
So that's good. Basically, he was saying that he would apologize if it was an accident, if it did happen, but he also claims later on in the video, which is a really long video, so I'm not going to show all of it, or I'm not going to show a lot of it, but he says that he's one of those guys that does drink a lot, like, and not a lot happens. Like, he can drink a lot without being super intoxicated, and he normally remembers things from the next night, and he doesn't normally get hungover. So, but like, this was an exception this one night. Like, he couldn't remember anything, he didn't really know what happened, but said these random kids that he didn't know were coming up to him and trying to make him drink a bunch of stuff, and I guess he did some. And I guess in the video, Jake Paul also accused him of cheating on Alyssa Violet, said he was making out with like a bunch of other girls, apparently like several, he said, and then FaZe brought several other people to his video, and they all just like kind of was like, yeah, no, he wasn't cheating on her, he wasn't making out with anyone, like, we would have known, we would have seen it, we would have told Alyssa because we're all friends. Basically just saying that, like, if I was at this club making out with someone, like, everyone would know by the next day, because someone would have seen it or said something. So that's basically his reason for saying that wasn't true. And then basically he just has people come in and say that he wasn't being aggressive. That he also says of the Team 10 boys that they didn't know, that he didn't know they were from Team 10. He felt like he was drugged, but he didn't really know anything. But he said when he found out they were from Team 10, and after the video was leaked the next day, it kind of all came together for him. So at this point, FaZe thinks that Jake Paul had some of his younger, I guess, Team 10 guys come and drug him, and then so that they could make this story about it the next day, which is really up. Okay, so yeah, he thinks that he was drugged, he thinks that it was all planned so that they could come out with this video the next day. Now I'm going to fast forward a little bit to where they talk about more of what happened.
Fucked up. And what else did they ask you for?
This is when I was okay with everything I'm used to like that, like people trying to get people messed up or whatever. And also, like, the kid said he was from Team 10, but I didn't really believe it.
Yeah,
I never seen him. I didn't know.
No, but he is.
I didn't know there's 500 people behind the camera, right?
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, whatever. And I was just like letting this kid speak, and he kept telling him like, you Banks can't tell us, and he didn't tell you to Team 10, did he?
No, I didn't know anything until like you tell literally an hour.
This little kid, Jake has these kids so manipulated in their mind. Like, if you let Jake know, like, bro, we're getting so much trouble. Like, make sure Jake knows we're not hanging out. My first.
Here's one thing that's confusing to me is that they do say like, oh, Jake Paul has these kids so scared because they were like, if you tell Jake Paul that we're with you guys, he's gonna be so mad, don't tell Jake. But then the next second, they think that these kids were sent by Jake Paul to get him messed up, and then later so that they can make a story about him. He does admit to the fact though that he doesn't really remember, so he could have accidentally elbowed her or something while dancing. But they also are confused to why they would be over in their section anyway, which is true because Team 10 and Rice Gum and Alyssa and that whole aren't like friends, so they shouldn't really be like hanging out together. It's just kind of a weird scenario. But yeah, basically he does admit that he doesn't know, but later on he'll talk more about that. Here's another thing that's kind of doesn't really have to do with the other night, but it's kind of just talks about Jake Paul's character. And they discuss how he'll do anything for views really, and that he's kind of an abusive person. So since it's a pretty big claim they're making at him, I'm gonna go ahead and watch that too.
There's a bunch of other stuff that this kid has done, but we're gonna stick to the topic of being physically abusive to women because that's what this is stuff that we all know. And I can't believe that he came out and said this stuff when he knows how much shit this girl has on him. And we're sitting on a lot of shit, Jake. Like a lot of shit. And there's stuff that I know about you that if the rest of the world knew about you, they would never accept you again. They would hate you. Okay? Like I said, I'm gonna hold back and I'm just gonna stick to the point of physically abusing people. You physically abused her. She has scars on her body from when he pushed her. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so about 2 years ago in Arizona, me and the squad Team 10, me, Jake, Niels, and Alex Lange. And Niels can testify for this. He was there. Alex was there. Everyone was there. It's on camera actually too. It's a video. We were filming a video and he had a part where he would like shove me into like this pricker bush or whatever, like thorns, like a cactus or whatever it was. So he pushed me way too hard. He even told the camera guy before he pushed me, he's like, yo, make sure you get this. It'll be funny. Pushes me, going like he could have just shoved me. He shoved me all the way into the bush. And see this? I don't know if you guys can see this scar right here were from thorns, and my entire arm was bleeding. My whole fucking hand, I had to dig out thorns. He was laughing the whole time. Niels was there. I was crying and like all this shit, and like he didn't give a. Another time, he threw my phone. Niels was there too at this one too, and surprisingly enough, Alex Lange was there at this one too. When I was living in his apartment, he took my phone, threw it at the wall. We got into a fight. I ran upstairs. He dragged me down the stairs, and I actually have.
Yeah, that's been on your leg since I met you.
This has been here for like 2 years, dude.
I'm not saying, like I said, I took full accountability in the beginning of the video. I don't know if I was dancing and elbow the show. I have no idea. I'm not going to go say one way or the other.
So a lot of big claims were made there, basically saying that whenever he was doing like a small little like stunt for his vlogs or whatever to be funny, he would actually do them because he really wouldn't care about how it affected other people. She also said that when she was running upstairs away from him or something, to like when they were arguing, that he pulled her back down the steps by her legs, I guess. And yeah, so those are two really big claims. But yeah, it sounds like a really terrible situation. That's a lot of bad, not only footage, but like people testifying about Jake's character and about how he's pretty abusive. That's like all pretty like rough stuff right there. And then I'm kind of just gonna skip to later on in the video to the end, basically when FaZe talks about what he wants to do about the whole situation and how it's gonna be like concluded.
Because we are gonna get the security footage and everything's gonna come out. So I don't want to say one way or the other, and I just want to be completely honest about it. I don't ever remember seeing this girl, and I know for 100% fact I didn't physically assault anybody with intent.
Another thing that I have, as you guys know, the second that all that shit blew up with Jake and I, a bunch of his girlfriends at the time took my side, and they were all texting me.
And I know all these girls too, they're all really sweet girls.
And there's like 2 or 3 girls that we all sat down, had a conversation at Coachella and like just a bunch of other places. They were like, yo, Jake assaulted me too. He would push me down on the ground. He's just very aggressive. He's never...
And he spit on them too.
He spit on them too, yeah. He would never, ever like hit someone. Like he wouldn't like knock someone out, but just like the way like they play fight, he would do too hard. Like I've had the wind knocked out of me so many times. Niels used to live with us. Dobry twins used to live with us.
So yeah, that's another thing, apparently, that he was spitting in people's faces or like on their feet or whatever.
And I've known him for years, and I know exactly what they're capable of doing, especially with their fan base now. And you guys need to understand that you're being manipulated. And I know for a fact, I've been there, guys. It's me.
Well, what happens now? What do I do to completely and definitely prove myself as innocent in this? I just have to pursue this legally. I'm suing Erica Costello, Jake Paul, and their assistant Meg for slander, defamation of character, and I'm going to get those tapes. I'm going to do everything that I can to get those security tapes to prove that I wasn't making out with anybody, because that's really the thing I care most about. I don't want people to think that I did that, and to prove that I wasn't aggressively like trying to assault. Like I said, guys, everyone's human. People do make mistakes. Like that's going to happen. Not everybody's perfect, especially the people on the internet. Like we're more up and flawed than everybody else combined. You know what I mean? And if I did something like that, like genuinely, yeah, I would be sorry. She's this little girl, and if I did that, then me, like I'm a asshole and I'm sorry. But to paint the picture and say I did it with intent and to really try to hurt this person, it's just so fucked up and it's beyond anything, and it's impossible for me to be sorry or feel bad. And at this point, like it could all be fabricated. I don't even know anymore. Like it's so twisted up and so but I'm going to pursue legal action. I'm going to make sure that this gets resolved, and this will not be the last time I talk about this. Jake, I really want you to pay attention to what I'm about to say. Back the off, dude. Like, really, back the off. You need to leave me, Alyssa, Rice, and everybody alone. And I hope everyone sees past it. And I appreciate the people that do. And there's 2 sides to every story. This is my side, and I did my absolute best to keep it 100 with you guys. I'm going to go on Keem. I'm going to talk to everybody. I'm going to make sure that people hear my side of the story. That's it for right now. And I don't want even one human being on this planet thinking that's who I am as a person. Like, it's... kills me to think that, dude, like I said, Jake, like, I'm sitting on so much shit that you've done, and I understand that you're a human being, and I understand that you're a young kid, and I've said to people, like, how could I hate this kid? Like, everyone assumes that I hate this kid. Like, how could I hate this kid? If it wasn't for this kid and his existence, I would have never met Alyssa, and I love this girl. I can't hate him for that. I have to, like, in a weird way, love him for that. And I've said, like, I have no problem with this kid. He's never done anything wrong to me. Him and Alyssa had their thing, and I know how that goes. Again, we're all humans and stuff at the end of the day, but what you did this time around is so f***ed up, and I really hope for 1 second, dude, you put the camera down, you take a look in the mirror, and you look at yourself as a human being rather than some pop star YouTuber, and you just reflect on this shit and the damage it could have caused and what's to come next, because this is illegal. This is like totally crossing the line, and I have to pursue this legally. I have to. That's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to upload this. I'm going to figure it out. I love you guys so much.
So I think all the things that he said there at the end were pretty good. Yeah, it does all suck, and he did say that, like, he loves him for letting him meet Alyssa, or like for bringing him and Alyssa together, I guess, and that he understands the whole thing between them is also like just like drama and beef, and that people make mistakes and that like things happen, I guess, but that this did cross the line, which is true. This is a lot for, I feel like, everyone to take in, and like trying to pick sides is really hard. It's definitely a difficult situation. I guess we're gonna have to see when the footage comes out later and see what really happened, because that is one way to really almost like 90% like tell who is right, who is lying, and what actually happened. So yeah guys, make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up if it helps you figure out more about what happened and help bring the story together. Please subscribe to my channel and watch my recent video, tips to going back to school. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment below what you guys think. Follow me on Twitter, and all my social media is @MattMcKinley. Love you guys.